Nvidia GPUs are finally in stock. Finally. But please, don't buy them. Let's talk about it. Before that, this video is brought to you by Brobot. Brobot is a free, super fast program that scours the internet searching for restocks of the latest GPUs, CPUs, and consoles to help you find what you're looking for before it goes out of stock. Thanks to Brobot, I was finally able to purchase a PS5 due to its extremely fast speed, and in my case, I noticed it was actually minutes faster than all other popular bots I've tried. So if you're looking for a tool that can help you secure that new GPU, CPU, or console, be sure to click the Discord and Telegram links in the description below to find out more. Alright, so before we get into this video, I'm gonna have to ask you guys to do something that at least I believe is gonna seriously benefit the whole PC gaming community, and that's to share this video with as many people as possible, especially people who, maybe don't watch as many tech videos or just aren't into the whole tech scene quite as much as my regular viewers might be. And the reason for that is because during this video, I'm gonna discuss, despite the fact that you can actually go out to websites such as Newegg.com and actually buy Nvidia GPUs right now, why you shouldn't actually do that. And so I want to get this message out to as many people as possible, and regular viewers might have already heard some of the talking points I'm going to go over in this video. But again, if you guys could share this video with as many people as possible, and especially those people who don't regularly watch YouTube videos, well then that would be a huge help. But in any case, let's go ahead and get right into this video. So yeah, if you go over to websites such as Newegg.com, you can at this point pretty much find every single Nvidia card, ranging all the way from the RTX 3060 to the RTX 3090, which is definitely a huge improvement from about a month ago where AMD cards were starting to show up on store shelves. However, they still were very overpriced, and at that time I said that, I think eventually AMD cards are gonna hit their MSRP, and also eventually Nvidia cards will start to show up at retail as well. And surprisingly, the Nvidia cards started hitting retail shelves a lot sooner than I actually thought they would. So yeah, huge improvement on that point. But again, the GPU prices are still very high, and some people might be looking at these GPUs and be going, yeah, well, it's not being sold by scalpers, it's being sold by Newegg, so therefore, I'm just gonna go ahead and bite the bullet because I really need a GPU. And you know what, if you're someone out there who doesn't have a GPU whatsoever, or your GPU broke down and you need it for work, I definitely get that. But if you're someone out there who's maybe just starting to think about creating a build, or maybe you already have a GPU but you just want to upgrade, I would seriously consider not buying a graphics card right now, and here's why. So yeah, if we go ahead and we take a look at the GPU prices right now, taking a look at just a few of them, starting with the RTX 3070 on Newegg, you can get it for about as low as $1,087, which is, if you take a look at the MSRP, that's supposed to be $500, making this GPU over 2 times the MSRP. 3070 Ti, $1,148. MSRP on that is supposed to be $600, making this once again nearly 2 times the MSRP. You're starting to see a little bit of a pattern here. They're just way overpriced. But I'll go over 2 more real quick here. Taking a look at the RTX 3080, that comes in at about $1,780. Again, that's supposed to have an MSRP of $700, making this once again over 2 times the MSRP. And then finally, we have the RTX 3080 Ti, the last card I'm going to go ahead and look at. And this actually you can get for around $2,030, which is a lot of money. But the MSRP for this is supposed to be $1,200, which actually makes this one only 70% over the MSRP, but that's still a ridiculous amount. And in fact, this specific model, it's actually supposed to be $1,400, which is already ridiculous. But again, that makes it actually the best quote-unquote value, making it only 45% over the already ridiculous MSRP. But as you can see here, all these GPUs are just way overpriced. And to be honest with you guys, the MSRP of these cards is already pretty high. So if you're someone out there who's considering just biting the bullet and buying these GPUs, yeah, these things are way overpriced, and I seriously think you shouldn't do that. So if you didn't know, yeah, the MSRPs are just way lower than what they're being sold for right now. So I think we should really just sit out and wait out until these cards continue to drop in price, as they are dropping in price pretty much every single week. I've seen them, for instance, we take a look at the 6700 XT, it's gone down from what originally was like $1,200 for if you wanted to find it over on eBay, and then it went down to like $1,000, then $900, then it went down to $850 for a while, and now I've seen it recently as low as $750. So it's definitely creeping closer and closer to that original $480 MSRP, and in some cases the AIB cards for the 6700 XT are a lot more than that as well. So some of these cards are actually getting really close to what their MSRP is supposed to be, and so that's just one reason as to why you should probably wait. But another reason why you should definitely wait is if you do go ahead and decide to buy a GPU for way over the MSRP right now, you're not only going to be hurting yourself by spending way more than you really should be on that GPU, but you're also going to be hurting the PC gaming community as a whole. And here's why. When you go ahead and buy a GPU for say like $2,000 US, what you're telling Nvidia and AMD is, hey, I'm willing to spend $2,000 US dollars on a GPU. And guess what, guys? They're definitely going to be keeping that in mind when the next generation of GPUs come around. So don't be too surprised if you continue to buy 3080 Ti's for $2,000 or you continue to buy 3090s for $3,000. Don't be too surprised if the MSRP of the RTX 4090 does end up being somewhere around $2,000 because you're telling them, hey, I have $2,000 that I'm willing to spend on a GPU and I have no problems with that. They don't necessarily care if you're actually angry about it. They just care that they're actually getting that money. So when you go ahead and go out there and spend way more than it's supposed to be worth, yeah, you're going to be eventually hurting the GPU market, which in turn is going to hurt the entire actual PC gaming market as a whole. So guys, I really recommend that we all just kind of band together at this point and we say, hey, you know, if these GPU prices are going to be anywhere over MSRP, and I do really mean anywhere. I mean, if you look at the 6700 XT and you find one for, say, $550, I would still say no to that because it's over the MSRP, at least for the reference model. And in fact, some of those AIB cards are priced way, way too high. And even at their MSRP, which is like $600 to $800 US, I would still be saying no to those GPUs until they get at least closer to what the reference MSRP is supposed to be at $480. The same goes for the RTX 3080. Even if you have a chance to buy it at like $1,000, honestly, guys, I would just go ahead, if you win the Newegg Shuffle and you get one for $1,000, don't buy it. I think we really need to band together and say, hey, unless it's, exactly MSRP or lower, we're not going to buy these GPUs, because if we do go ahead and we band together and we decide to do that, it is going to contribute to these GPUs continuing to plummet in price even faster. And I think if we do that, you'll see within the next month or two here, hopefully, you will start to be able to buy cards such as like the RTX 3070 for their MSRP for like $500, or maybe an AIB card for like $550, rather than spending $900 or $1,000. And not only are you going to be able to save a bunch of money by doing that, but on top of that, you're going to be contributing to a much healthier GPU market, which is going to help everyone in the long run. But hey, that's just what I think. How much would you spend on a GPU? Would you buy one for over the MSRP? Would you buy one for the MSRP? Or are you going to wait until these cards eventually drop below their MSRP, assuming that they do? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, I'll see you guys in the next video. If you made it to the end of the video, be sure to drop a like. Every time you do so, AMD and Nvidia get more stock. Also, if you want to see more, click here. You won't be disappointed.